To go live today. I have actually been on a little bit of a brief hiatus. It's not even really a hiatus. It's just a brief little break for the holidays. So of course we had Thanksgiving, and then this week we have all the festivities going on for me and my daughter's birthday. So I have had to take a bit of time off. So I haven't been uploading for like the last couple weeks, but my aim is to be back by tomorrow. And actually, I'm kind of back right now. So, first off, I wonder, can I share this out? I always do this. So, I probably won't share it out because I'll probably get extra distracted trying to share this out. So, let me see if I can or not. Yeah, I probably won't. So, who finds out I'm here just finds out I'm here. You know what I mean? Let's see, guys. Okay. How do I get rid of these settings? Hey, Fancy Empress. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So, anyway, just to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory, last couple weeks, I've been super busy. Um, Last week was the holidays. It was also right before the holidays. We had our box packing weekend as well. So it was like packing boxes, getting everything out before the holidays. And I wanted the subscribers to get their stuff on time because you know this time of year holidays are crazy. And then after that, there was Thanksgiving, and now this week is birthday fun. So I haven't been able to, maintain my regular schedule with a lot going on. Today is actually my daughter Priya's birthday. She is turned 9 years old today. And my birthday is this Sunday. So we celebrate two birthdays in the house this week. In just a bit, we're going to be kicking off our evening celebration for her. So super excited about that. I've been doing Christmas decorating, y'all. Your girl's been crazy festive, okay? Crazy, crazy festive. This is my favorite time of the year. So I'm going to warn you now, this is going to be a little bit of a longer live stream. I wanted to just put it right out here. I'm not going to take it through editing and all that. Thank you so much for that. Happy birthday. I normally send it to my son for editing. Then I have it posted. I'm not going to do all that this time, guys, because I really need to get this message out. So this year for my birthday, I was trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to give my amazing tribe? Okay. What am I going to give? And normally I do like a sale or I mark things down. Well, my business has changed a lot this year, so I didn't really do that. I still have things for sale. I'll share with you what they are. If you would like to be a blessing to yourself and me and get those things, I'll share what they are. But this year I decided that I wanted to stop by. I wanted to share all of the lessons that I've learned this year, and I really wanted to stop by to reflect on them. This really, really is my jam, y'all. Every year that I turn a year younger, I like to reflect on everything that I've learned, and I like to pay those lessons forward because maybe I can save you a step. You never, ever, ever know. So that's what I'm going to do today. So for those of you who don't know me, you're new to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I do a little bit of everything now on this channel, y'all. Okay, you might see journaling tips, you might see just pure spiritual stuff, you might see motivational stuff, you may see business stuff. Basically, what you're getting on this channel is 100% all me, right? No holding back, authentically all me. What you like, love it. What you don't, leave it to the side. But my whole role in all of this is just to be a part of your journey, just to pay all of my lessons forward, and just really to, and I don't even want to consider it reaching back. I would say more so reaching out to somebody else to help somebody else to get to their next level or whatever that might mean, their next step, right? So that's what it's all about. So as of now, I mentor people one-on-one. I have consulting services. I have courses. I have a subscription box course. I'll be sure to come back and link that below. I have an amazing content planner guide that I just recently released. I have the Convert Like Crazy guide. So I have guides and workbooks that can help you. I have courses that can help you. And of course, I have one-on-ones at this time. Um, that's all that's really open right now, guys, because on my Journal Junk Box side and DG Journal side, I have a lot of duties on the other side of my business. So I've had to limit the services that I offer, but I have plenty to serve you. So definitely hit the links in bio and pay it forward, okay? And anything that you donate to this channel just helps me to continue to up my game with equipment and continue to pay it forward to you guys. So thank you in advance to everybody who has donated to this channel or has purchased something. I really do appreciate you and thank you so much. So we're gonna get into these hey boss at live TV. Hey girl, hey, my bestie is in the room. So I already warned that this is going to be a little bit of a longer and I don't have like a whole lot of time because we're about to start the birthday kickoff for my daughter. But this is going to be a little bit of a longer live stream because I wanted to stop by and I wanted to share my 39 lessons with you. And I'm really praying that they just knock your socks off, bless your socks off. And I'm hoping that those who watch this, whether now or on a replay, that you walk away with something that can really change your life, guys. Because when you go live and you share, okay, your story, you were on the profile. Oh, darn, girl. I'm so glad you caught me. When you go live and you share your story with the world, y'all, it's not for naught. I know sometimes we have thoughts of like, I'm sure if I had did this live over on Instagram or on Facebook, I would have gotten a whole lot of people coming in to watch it. But I chose to do it here on YouTube with my YouTube family. And sometimes we think, oh, it's only, a couple people watching me right now. Trust me, people are watching. Even if they see it later, people will come into you and find you and discover you in all kinds of ways possible. So nothing you do is a waste. Look at me already getting into my lessons, my 39 lessons. So let's get into it, y'all. 39 lessons, okay? Life and business. This is the pre-birthday countdown. This is the pre-birthday countdown. So for 7 days, we are on day number, let's see, Monday 4. We're on day number 4 is honoring me. And I challenge all of you to join this challenge, the honoring me challenge. I made it up, okay, this week. I decided that this year I am so blessed to be alive, man. So many people have been dropping like flies. Too many people I know have passed away. Thanks, beautiful. I appreciate you, honey. So many people I know have had loved ones or people that they love pass away. And I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. Like, that's a big deal. I'm healthy. I'm whole. No, everything is not perfect. Yes, some days I have challenges, but y'all, I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still moving. I'm still kicking, y'all. Okay. I'm still getting paid. All right. I'm still loving. I still have so many beautiful friendships and relationships and family members and children and a home and a beautiful car to drive. All of this is still happening for me, and I know that it's not the case for a lot of people who are not even here to experience the blessings in their lives. So this is really a year for us to just be so grateful. If you're here, you're alive and you're breathing and you're well, come on, you are blessed. So this week I decided to honor myself. I'm normally a person who enjoys giving experiences to other people. So I've already set the table for my daughter, sequins tablecloth, flowers, a beautiful cake, balloons. I love to decorate and I love to make other people smile. But this year I decided to take 7 days to make me smile. So, Monday, I did every day I've done something special for myself. Every day I've done something small to honor myself this year. And what everybody else does for me is great, and it's the cherry on top. But once again, I'm speaking into my 39 lessons learned. So, number one is you often return to the original plan. So, sometimes it's best to stick to it. Okay, the thoughts that you had early on in your business or early on in your life or early on in your journey, your original thought, like the first choice is normally the right choice, but we allow conditioning, fear, what other people are saying, or, we allow our own self-talk, negative self-talk to talk us out of our ideas. What happens though is that we have to return back to those original ideas that we're meant to push out. So a lot of our original ideas are often the right ideas, so it's best to just stick to them. And I could say, guys, there's so many things that I wanted to do at the beginning of my journey that I didn't do out of fear or out of me sharing with someone else, and me not trusting myself. And now I'm finding myself just returning to all of the original things, and just allowing myself. All right, guys, I hope I didn't go away. I tried to go and take a notification off of my screen, but it took me completely away. Just allowing myself to follow this path, okay, that I was on without fear. I've only returned to the original path. So I don't believe that you can just leave any of your lessons or any of your original ideas just behind in the dust. I think that eventually we'll have to return to them anyway. So you might as well stick to your initial thought because it's often the right one. I thought years ago I would have a great sub box business. I was too afraid to start. So I went away into other ideas. I'm only right back to work that thing out, right? The same with my ecom mentorship. I started out as an ecom coach in the coaching space. I got afraid. I didn't think that there was space for me as a woman. And so I went away from that. And for years, I worked on getting people to stop calling me the ecom cash queen and all that kind of stuff. I was like, no, I'm not an ecom coach. Respect me as a marketing coach. That's just not who I am anymore. I've only returned back to ecom mentorship and helping people to produce brands, to give people experiences, guys. I've only returned back to my initial thought. So sometimes we're running away from our initial thought, but we just end up returning back to it. So that's number one. Number two is to put your health first at all costs, y'all. All costs. There is never too much time when it comes down to pouring into you, okay, and taking care of you, because there are too many people who work really, really hard for what they have and they're not around to see it. Please catch what I'm saying. So I don't care if it takes me until 1 p.m. every day for me to do everything in my healthy routine. I will stop what I'm doing to cook. I will stop what I'm doing to lift weights and exercise. I will stop what I'm doing I set alarms on my phone to drink water and eat my snacks and take my supplements. I don't care if I didn't get business done because I had to take care of myself. You are so precious and you are first. So put your health first. It's no point in working hard if you're not going to be around to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's no point in working hard if the very people that you want to spend more time with, because most of us are working harder to produce more time, if you're not around to be able to experience the fruits of your labor, there is no point. So always make time for that. Number three is do what brings you joy and then find ways to monetize that. A lot of times we work backwards. We try to find ways to monetize and then we figure later we can do what brings us joy. That's backwards. Most of us don't leave our 9 to 5 and want to focus on starting a business to do things that we hate, to do a business that we hate, just because we think it's what we have to do to make it so that we can make more room to do what we love. No, I'm encouraging you guys to do what you love first. And then if you learn skills, right, there, and there's plenty of skills on this channel to learn, then you can find ways. You can easily find ways to monetize what you love. When you do what you love, it produces a certain kind of energy that opens doors for you. So it's super important to do what lights you up, okay? Number four, spend time enjoying hobbies, please, outside of work. Okay, so if everything that you create doesn't have to be monetized. Some things you just need to create because it makes you feel happy when you do it. So let's just say you want to play piano again, or you want to sing again, or you want to do it if it brings you joy. Every single thing does not have to be monetized that you do. So like for me, I go over the top with my Christmas decorations and birthday parties and cakes and decorating my home. These are things and my and my mom always says to me all the time, like, you need to monetize this. Like, you could have a whole business. My husband's always, girl, you can have a whole business with this Christmas tree thing. Yes, I can have a whole business out of a lot of things. However, everything is not for me to monetize. Some things are just for my enjoyment. You should have hobbies. If you don't know what your hobbies are, that means you need to spend time getting to know yourself more. Find out what they are because they're so important. They keep you sane, they keep you fulfilled and happy as well. So know what makes you happy outside of business. So it's so important. So I want to plug that in there because there was a time this year, to be transparent, guys, I didn't know what made me happy. I had buried myself into my work, and I didn't know what made me happy, and it was a sad day when I realized that. But the good news is I did know. I just got distracted from it. So I needed to get in touch again with what made me happy. So guys, if you're hearing something here that's resonating with you and you're like, yes, that's the tip, I'm going to do this tip has helped me, let me know in the comments. Okay, so number 5, if you have an issue with someone you love, confront them. Talk to them. Can you believe I'm saying this? Is my bestie still here? Because I can be a little, you know, have some jagged edges when it comes to that kind of stuff. Sometimes we think that, oh, like if somebody offended me, I love this person, but like maybe we shouldn't be friends, or maybe we shouldn't be talking. It's communication is so important. One of the number one reasons why relationships fail is because of a lack of communication. 9 times out of 10, it's just a slight misunderstanding. I hope, okay, that most of the people in your life are people who mean you well, okay? Especially if you've elevated your circle and you know these people love you. Most likely what they did that hurt you, it wasn't on purpose, and it's just the way you're perceiving it. But if you never talk about it, you will never ever know. Talking about how you feel with someone and confronting them is more about, it's good for you and it's good for them. Because it's not good for you to be carrying stuff around, offenses around that haven't been resolved. It's not good for them either, because they don't know what they did. So how can they have room for improvement if you haven't shared? So that's just one way I've stepped it up this year. 6, make time for those you love, including yourself. You should be number 1 on the list. So that means that, yes, I stop what I'm doing in the evenings to be with my kids, to watch Christmas movies, to laugh, to have dance parties with them. All of that stuff is important. Yes, I go on shopping trips with my mom. Yes, I'm voicemailing my girlfriends. I'm making time for people I love. Okay, I'm going out my way to do special things for my husband. Yes, it's so important to make that time, because people are not going to remember when you pass away or when you go to another place, all the good money you made and all how, oh, mom was always in that office with the light on. I tell you that. They're not going to be talking about that. They're going to be talking about all of our memories. And let me tell you this, I always take pictures to capture memories. And sometimes it's annoying to people. And I know, like with my mom and dad, my dad didn't always want to be on camera, but when he passed away, we were able to put together a whole film of memories. If it weren't for me being a person in the family saying, hey, let me capture this, we would have never had a film. We would have never had memories to look back on. So it's so, so, so important to make memories that you won't forget, okay? Because people remember how you make them feel. They remember what your presence felt like, not so much how much you work and how you gave them money and gifts. So keep that in mind. Number 7, unplug. Okay, cut the cord. I have unplugged this year, y'all, more than I've ever unplugged in the history of me being in business. And y'all, your girl is old and dusty. I've been in business for a minute. Okay, when I say old and dusty, not my age. Excuse me, guys, I've been in business for a good old minute. I have unplugged more from social media this year than ever before, and I have become even more, y'all, of a whole, grounded, center person. Like the energy that I'm producing over here is just sexy, y'all, and it's because I know how to just turn it off. Social media is all good, but it can be very, very toxic, only because it's built off of the fact that people like to look at other people's lives and compare. Like a lot of those coaches that y'all out here crazy about, the reason why they're rich, okay, is because they show you their fancy cars, their fancy life, them on jets here and there. Why do you think so many celebrities can sell you? Because they show you their lifestyle. And unfortunately, we're into looking into other people's fence, looking at somebody else's grass and saying, oh, that looks greener. And then eventually you start to compare yourself to that. And it just becomes a rat race. I feel like social media can be a rat race. I'm not saying, guys, I'm never on it. Most of my stuff is automated, though, because I like to live in the present moment. Social media is fast. It's like a rat race. Everybody's got something to prove. Everybody's got, look at me lately. This is what I did. Social media can make someone feel like trash. So you have to understand the type of person that you are. For some of you, it works for you. You thrive in that environment. For others of us who are highly sensitive people, it doesn't work for us. We don't thrive in that environment. So if that is you, learn how to cut it back and honor yourself. I did a post today on Instagram at Coach Dallas Gordon. If you haven't followed me, get over there and give your girl a follow about honoring yourself. Definitely read that post because it's super important that you do that every day, even in how much you're on social media and how much you're not. Okay, so enough about that. Number 8, do what it takes to make yourself happy, and whatever other people do is the cherry on top. I mentioned before, guys, that that's what I've done for my 7-day countdown for my birthday, the Honor Myself Challenge, where for 7 days, I'm on day 4, I've done something for myself to make me happy. So what my family and friends do for me is their expression of their love, and that they're free to express love to me however they want. And I'm going to be so grateful for that. Why? Because number one, I first made myself happy. Okay, so that's very important. Number 9, friendships aren't perfect. Do not go into your friendships expecting them to be perfect, because number one, we're imperfect people going into friendships. So I feel like with friendships, know what you're dealing with, decide whether or not that's something that you can deal with, and it's a commitment. You know what I mean? But those friendships are not going to be perfect. And also realize another thing too, that everybody is not in your life for you. Because there's some people I've met that I thought we would hit it off as friends, and it just seems like they only call me when they need me or whatever the situation is, so I'm there. But I'm like, wow, they don't really reciprocate that. Well, every single person in your life is not meant to be your friend. Some people, you have a role in their life. They need you. So don't always go into, every relationship believing that that relationship is for you. Sometimes relationships are for you to play a role in someone's life for a season. It's not always a friendship. Everybody's not meant to be your friend. So just keep that in mind. So number 10, learn how your energy is set up. One thing that really, really changed my life, y'all, is studying human design. I got really deep into it this year. I even worked with a coach that helped me to understand how my energy centers flow and how I need to work along with that. We spend a lot of time bashing ourselves for who we are. To give you an example, I spent a lot of time like, I just don't enjoy always being live. I don't always enjoy being on social media all the time. I just feel so introverted. I don't always like to be around crowds. How am I going to be a 6-figure business owner like this? Well, I am a 6-figure plus business owner. And guess what? Yes, I'm an introvert. What do they call it? Extroverted introvert. Yes, I'm highly sensitive. I'm very intuitive. I don't like crowds. I don't like to be on all the time. And I feel like learning how my energy works and how it's set up has helped me to realize that the things that I don't like so much about myself are actually my superpowers. And it can work that way for you too. So check out human design. Number 11, there is time to work and there is time to rest. You can really, really experience a breakthrough in your life and business when you take time to realize the difference. There's time to work and there's time to rest. You cannot do both at the same time. Keep in mind that the sun doesn't shine all the time, that the moon also has to have its time, okay? So you are not meant to shine and be live and be active. When I say live, I'm not even talking about video. I'm talking about on. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like a light switch is just on all the time? I think that that's how entrepreneurs burn out, because we think that we're supposed to feel great and be on all the time. We never give ourselves breaks. And even the sun is like, see ya. Okay, I'm going to let the moon have its time. Okay, I'm going to let the moon have all of its glory. And I feel like sometimes, yes, there are seasons where you need to sit back and you need to allow other entrepreneurs to have their time, other entrepreneurs to launch their products. And you shouldn't always be launching and always be on, because people need to miss you sometimes too. So just keep that in mind. Number 12, sometimes we ask for more, but we always aren't ready to have what we're asking for. Sometimes we have to make space for what we're asking for. So you may ask for that big house, but deep down inside, you're feeling guilty for asking for it because you feel like, well, I'm already blessed. So am I being selfish? Well, that means that you really haven't made room for what you've asked for. So you really need to kind of journal and pray and talk to God and, whatever your medium is. And you need to decide how you can make more space within yourself to receive the thing that you're asking for. Number 13, even if you decide to reinvent yourself, and change what you do, you still matter. You're still valid, okay? And you are still loved. Please hear me, okay? Because this year has called for some pivoting. And I believe going forward into 2022, some of you will be called to switch what you've been doing and to change out of your clothes into something new. I want you to know that just because you aren't in that container that you were in anymore, you're now breaking out of the box into something new. It doesn't mean that you're no longer relevant, that you're no longer valid. You know, if you change up the direction, it does not mean that you are not loved. You are still everything. You are still amazing, and you're still going to do amazing things. So keep that in mind. Number 14, don't worry about who shows up and supports you. Show up anyway. I talked about that a little bit at the beginning, where yeah, I chose to go live over here on YouTube. I did that because I know that this is new waters for me, right? This is outside of my comfort zone. This is something I'm building. So this is where I'm choosing to go live. Even if one person hangs in there and listens in, that's okay. People will always come and listen later. People are always watching. Don't forget that. Number 15, everything happens in the right time and space. Trust it and enjoy the process. It's no need in being unhappy with where you are. You are right where you are supposed to be, and when the next step appears, you will take it. So you might as well trust and enjoy the process. You might as well enjoy your journey, because you have to go through what you're going through. You have to take the path that you're on. Because if you try to skip it, you're just going to have to, I believe you're just going to have to repeat it. That's been my experience. So you might as well just enjoy the journey. Number 16, silence the noise and have tunnel vision. And this goes back to when I'm saying, turn off your devices. Figure out who you're going to follow and listen to. Make sure that those people are great energy and that energy works for you. And the other people, silence the noise. Don't try to be about here listening to everybody and seeing what everybody is doing, because trust me, that comparison creeps in, confusion seeps in, and then you're like, you don't know where you are and where you're going. So tunnel vision is definitely needed, okay, for getting to the next level, especially in your business. Number 17, don't be afraid to think to color outside of the lines and create your own lane. So right now, I'm in the process of creating something. I'm in the process of creating a system for entrepreneurs who are more introverted or highly sensitive, or who don't like to be on 24/7. I'm in the process of creating and showing you by example how you can still build a very profitable, powerful presence online without having to do what you've been told by everybody else that you have to do. Don't be afraid to color out of the lines. I'm actually doing that right now, so you can definitely watch what I'm doing, and hey, do it in your own way. Number 18, the more authentic you are, okay, the more you will attract your ideal clients, customers, your tribe, your loyal followers, your loyal buyers to you. Take off the mask. You don't have to hide anything about yourself. You can be fully, authentically who you are. Then, and really, I would say only then, when you attract your true followers, your true tribe, when you do that. Don't be who people think you should be. Be who you know you are, okay? And stand firm and boldly in who you are. Number 19, God will bless you in ways you don't expect. So don't put God in a box. I know you heard that before. Some of y'all who are from that background, you might have heard it in church. Don't put God in a box. It's so funny. I did a reels on Instagram about something similar like that, where it was a lip sync thing. And I was saying that don't worry about how somebody else is getting blessed. God knows your address. When he's ready to bring your blessing to you, he will show up at your house, right? It's really funny. You got to check it out. So don't block how God is blessing you. Like, I worked for years in the coaching industry, and I've been very, very successful with it. But for whatever reason, I've almost succeeded overnight with subscription boxes and products. It's just sort of like my gift. So I could be like Bitter Betty and be like, God, why do you prosper me the same way over here, what I've been working at? But it's all connected. It's just different parts of your journey that are preparing you for your next step. But don't ever put God in a box. God's going to bless you how God's going to bless you. So just receive it. Number 20 is never get married to an idea. Income sources change, but source God remains the same. So how you make the money may change. How you show up and express yourself and your energy and who you are may change, but God remains the same. So please don't get married to ideas, because it may be time just for you to try a new one. Okay, don't miss the train. All right, when it's leaving, it's leaving. You don't want to get left behind. So number 21, you have permission. Okay, to reinvent yourself 1,000 times plus. No apologies needed. Catch that. I'm not even going to elaborate on that. Number 22, if you won't ask, many times you won't receive. My parents have always told me, if you ask not, you receive. You don't, you get not, you receive not, basically. So many things have happened for me because I've dared to ask questions. And so many doors have opened for me because I ask. The worst I could hear is no. So start to open your mouth and start to ask questions, start to build relationships. And that leads me into my next one, number 23. Relationship building is key. I have not got where I am by myself. It's been the powerful relationships that I've been open to, even if it's just like a retailer or a supplier. Though your relationships are everything. Start conversations, ask questions. You'd be surprised what people can help you with, okay? Number 24, yes, you can build a six-figure plus business as an introvert and a highly sensitive person. You are looking at that, okay? And I've done just that. Yes, you can do it too. Don't let anybody tell you differently. You don't have to be someone you're not to build something, okay, that you've dreamt about. You've been created the way you are for a reason, and the very thing that you think is your shortcoming is your superpower, okay? Number 25, what looks like failure are major steps for lessons and great blessings. Okay, so a loss is not a loss. Okay, all is not lost. Just hang on, it will all make sense soon. Okay, number 26. If you want more money, respect and manage your money properly. This has been huge for me, y'all. This has been so huge. And I will tell you that my subscription box business has taken me to the next level financially, but it has also taught me so much discipline, managing my money, looking at every cent, the accounting, the moving the money, the paying myself first. All of those things are so important, and knowing where your money is going and coming and paying things on time. If you don't respect your money, how can you expect it to respect you and want to be up in your bank account? So think about that. Um, Always pay yourself first, profit first. If you haven't read the book Profit First, go ahead and read it. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much you're making in your business right now, you have to pay yourself first from day one. It's no point in doing it if you can't pay yourself. If your business, you can't take something from it and put it to the side and pay yourself, you're in the wrong business. You have to look at that. I would go and get that book Profit First. If you haven't read it yet, you need to be paying yourself from the door, okay? Number 28, the law of attraction works both ways, okay? um you want to stop negativity in its path. When I say the law of attraction works both ways, I think some people only think of the law of attraction in a sense of blessings, attracting what I want into my life. Just remember that if you are getting really good with attracting what you want, also there's a double-edged sword with that. There's a double side to that. If you allow yourself to be negative and you allow it to compile, you're so welcome, wonderful. What you think about starts to compile and attract itself to you, even if it's negative. So stop negativity in its tracks, please. That's something I've learned this year, and I'm still working through that. Number 29 is be humble enough to learn from negative feedback, but at the same time, be strong enough to keep going regardless. So you will get negative feedback. You will get people out there who don't like your products. It's a huge, big fear for a lot of retailers, a lot of business owners. And what if they don't like it? What if they don't like it? Well, if someone doesn't like something, you can hear them out. You can learn if it's something to learn. In some cases, just some people don't like it because they don't like it. So, but at the end of the day, be humble enough to learn your lessons, but also be strong enough to keep going, okay? Don't let negative feedback stop you, block you, distract you. Number 30, always do something out of your comfort zone, because that way you know you're growing. If you're too comfortable, you ain't growing. Okay, so always do something that puts you outside of your comfort zone. Like this year, I did meetups with new people because it's been COVID. Like my kids have been homeschooled, so like we went out and met friends that were also homeschooled. That's way out of my comfort zone. Me coming over here to YouTube, going live, doing some things. Me pivoting in business and doing 100% different things. I'm in the process of a whole new brand is coming out. These are things that are outside of my comfort zone. These are things that are make me uncomfortable, but I do them anyway because I know that helps me to stretch and grow. Number 31, almost done, guys. You won't always feel great, and that's okay. Sometimes you just need the day off from your own expectations. So you won't always feel great. Don't make yourself worse for feeling bad. Just give yourself a day and get your coffee in the morning and you'll get better tomorrow. But give yourself a day sometimes, all right? Don't beat yourself up for not feeling upbeat all the time. Number 32, journal what you desire into existence. I have an amazing guide called Manifest Your is it Manifest Your Dreams or Manifest Your Vision. I'll make sure to come back and link that below. It's a free guide. Definitely get on it. I'm sharing some powerful tips in there to helping your vision to come to pass. Why is journaling, why is writing so important? Because it helps to train your mind. Some of y'all are asking for a rich next level lifestyle, but you got a poor mindset, and we got to fix that, right? So we're almost done. Number 33. Comparison is the thief of joy. I think I've repeated this to a certain degree many times. Again, tunnel vision is needed because you don't want to go looking into other people's lives and feeling some sort of way. It is the thief of your joy. 34, speed doesn't always equal success. Sometimes great things take time. Sometimes good things take time. Just because, hey, video for bosses, just because you don't sell like right away or something doesn't happen for you in the flash of lightning, it does not mean that you won't be successful, okay? So speed doesn't always equal great success, so keep that in mind, okay? That it may take a little time to build those blocks, and that's okay. Oh darn, your battery died. Girl, my number's been doing like that today, but it's okay. So I'm almost done here. Almost done. Thanks for hanging in there with me. So 35, you can switch businesses. Hello, amen. Woo, this one gives me chills. You can switch businesses anytime you want to. I'm not saying that you should be fly by night because, if you fly by night business, people won't trust you. That's not what I'm talking about. So please don't take what I'm saying out of context, y'all, okay? But what I'm saying is that there is going to come a time where the season for what you've been doing is over. You need to recognize when that season is. Please don't get left behind. Okay, social media is changing, the way business is done changing, this environment is changing. You need to recognize the changes and you need to make changes accordingly so that you can survive. Okay, we are survivors. So if you recognize that you need to do something different, please do that. Okay, don't be afraid to do that. I think some people are just so married to their ideas. You don't need to be. You don't need to be. Sometimes it's time to pivot, and that's okay. So let's see. Number 36, don't run your business in a way that doesn't align just because everybody is telling you that you should. And this one, I'm not going to lie, this one is huge for me. Okay. I started out one way, but then got really distracted with what I was learning out there. And I ended up with a whole business that I didn't choose. I really didn't choose it. I was just doing it because I thought that this is what I needed to do to have what I wanted to have. Okay, so you don't need to build your business based on what other people are telling you to do. You need to stick with your passion. You need to stick with what type of business you see yourself running. And it's so, so, so important. Don't run your business in a way that doesn't serve you well because it results in sickness, anxiety, burnout, unhappiness, all those things that you don't want. Number 37, 9 times out of 10, it's not you, it's them. Okay, so don't assume. We as human beings spend so much time assuming things about other people when they're not thinking about us. Okay, that person didn't call you back when you thought they should. That person didn't buy your stuff when you thought they should. That person didn't message you back when we're so sensitive and we're so emotional. And yes, me too. I'm talking to myself. These people are not even thinking about you. These people have a million. The lady that didn't call you back has like 6 to 8 kids. And that's why she didn't call you back. She's like trying to figure out life. Okay. So normally the issue that people have going on has nothing to do with you. So don't worry about it. Learn how to dust your shoulder off a lot more. God knows I've learned it this year. So 38, always make time for laughter and fun. Always make time for laughter and fun, okay? It's so important, and it produces such an amazing energy. You want to make sales? Laugh, dance, have fun, do something other than work, okay? That's the type of energy that produces that for you because it's that carefree, detached energy. It's in a place where you're saying, God, I trust you. Okay, I trust in the power of the universe that you have created to do its work. So I can just unbuckle and have a little bit of fun. And 39, don't forget to do work that feels like play, okay? Because you just play all day and you just make lots of money. So don't forget to do that. Don't neglect the child in you. Just have fun. So those are my 39 business and life tips that I've learned this year. Instead of me putting stuff on sale, I just wanted to give back. So I'm excited about all the people that are going to come and watch this replay. I'm going to make sure I share this out to everything I talked about down in the description box so you guys can check it out. Okay, be blessed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'm gonna have an amazing birthday. I'm sure I have a lot to tell you guys, so I'll see you soon. Bye.